Welcome, everybody, to the Connected Biz online Spotlight series. And today I've got Dr. Patricia May with me, who's I'm so excited to have you and to chat with you again with about what you do and the things that you have for
Yeah, I'm
people.
excited to be with you.
Um,
I always like talking with you.
yeah, the so you've got over 35 years of experience in the natural healing. Um, you combine your science expertise and your heart to create like really personalized wellness plans for your clients. And I know you started off initially as a chiropractor, and then that just expanded into other health and wellness and modalities and things that certifications that you also have. So for those that aren't familiar with you and what you do, just tell them a little bit about how you got started because we all have stories of how we get started with what we do.
Right.
And yeah,
Yeah, well, my story starts even before I became a chiropractor, and the reason why I became a chiropractor,
exactly.
I started out working in hospitals as doing radiology, and it's, high stress because you're in the ER, the OR, ICU, CCU, all of these really, high stress situations. And when you're in the OR and they say, and the surgery's going for a couple hours and you are standing there thinking, yeah, I know I need to use the restroom. And it's like, you can't leave just to go do that.
Right.
So, with stresses like that on top of it, I had this roller coaster of, hormonal ups and downs. My gut was just, out of sync. Migraines. And, I mean, one day I ended up on the hospital floor. I was in so much pain from my gut. So, going through traditional medicine, it's like, yeah, this isn't really working exactly the way that it should, I think, because I'm still not feeling right.
hmm
And so it kind of led me to go into the library and digging out through these, journals and medical books and things and start just digging in there and learning on my own and doing, experimenting with different things, fasting and just different, all kinds of things. And then I realized, oh, chiropractic, what's this? And so it's like, yeah,
hmm
this is great. So I went to chiropractic school, and through the chiropractic school, I learned about functional medicine, and it was like putting all of that together was like, yes, this is the answer. So here I am. I'm doing the functional medicine and having all that great background with the medical and the chiropractic to be able to get to the root of what the problems are. We're having all these symptoms, but
Yeah.
really what's causing them? So
Yeah.
that's what I do now is I dig in, find out what's causing all of these problems and get you better and doing it naturally. And that's what's so great about this because if you give the body what it needs, it's going to
It,
reward you with health.
it can do some pretty amazing things for
It's
sure.
amazing. It is amazing.
And I think what I love with your work too is you started with that really scientific medical background and then have been able to pull in all of the natural stuff at, I think just my own perspective, I think kind of like a higher level of understanding than say somebody that didn't have that background to begin with. So that's, very, very exciting, I think.
Yeah, it
So
is. And it also helps because, with seeing how things, yes, worked in a medical situation or, and transforming that into what I do now. Yeah, it really helps. And doing it naturally, and don't get me wrong. I mean, we still need,
yeah,
medicine, and surgeries and things like that. But there's a lot of things out there that I can circumvent you having to have to go on medications or having to have surgery if we get to it soon enough.
yeah, awesome. So with your practice, like, are there certain people that you specialize in working with, or, you know, tell us a little bit about who can benefit from you or who your ideal uh,
Yeah, it's an
person would be.
it's an interesting evolution of what's happened. I mean, I started working with, everybody in it, and I still do, anybody can come to me. It's not like
Right, right,
like, oh, you can only, no.
right.
Um, but what I've come to realize is that most of the people that are coming to me are like entrepreneurs and professionals. And because I think that they are under such high stress
They get
and
burnout
oh, they get
so
burnt out
bad.
and yeah, and the stress just, it causes so many hormonal problems, gut problems, that gut brain connection. And that's kind of where kind of put my niche into is that gut brain connection because of the stress. They come to me with, their cognitive issues, they're having brain fog. It's hard to do, and so with what I do is I give them more energy, you know, uh, and get their hormones under control so they're not getting those 3 p.m. after lunch I'm crashing and I got to go take a nap feeling.
Either that
uh,
or you're grabbing for the candy bars and stuff because,
exactly, and that's like
yeah,
the worst thing. Don't do
yep,
that.
yep. But, I been there in the past, done that.
Yeah, so that's
Yeah.
kind of like m most of the people that are coming to me, but yeah, I mean, I'm open to everybody.
Hmm. And I would assume, based on that, you're probably most of your clients are going to be, you know, 30s and older, or kind of they've burned up all their youth, their that real young, indestructible energy, and now they're starting to, develop some issues that
Yeah,
are
that is true. And it's interesting because when I first started out, it was, people that were like 45 and above that really realized, hey, I'm not doing as well as I used to, and I don't understand it. I mean, I was eating, my favorite food. I eat it every day, and it's like now it's giving me problems. I'm, indigestion and heartburn and, constipation, diarrhea, whatever the symptoms were.
right.
Uh, but what I've seen now is that I've gotten into younger, I mean, I'm seeing people in their 20s now that are coming to me with symptoms of the people that were 45. So it's
Yeah.
a broad range. So, from 20s, 30s, all the way up to, 70s, 80s.
Hmm.
And
Cool.
the thing is what I really want people to understand is, and what my vision here is that everybody can get to that point where they understand their body so well that they can be their own doctor and kind of figure things out. So I teach them how to, really understand how the body is functioning, their body personally, because this is what I do is very personalized. It's not a cookie cutter. It's you come to me, we go through exactly what's going on with you, and then I help you understand how your body is reacting to certain things so that it carries you on through. And my vision is that when you are through with working with me, that you understand it so well that you can live into your 80s, 90s, 100s and not be in a wheelchair, not having to have a caretaker to, be, rolling you around, but you're out there
Right.
playing with your great great grandkids, and that's
Hmm.
possible.
Hmm. Yeah. Super, super, important work for people
Yeah.
because you just don't get that from, the traditional realms. It's, put the Band-Aid on it. And yeah.
Right. And that kind of leads into, what happens when you do go to your doctor. I find a lot I've get to have lots of stories about people coming to me with their, oh, okay, I asked them, do you have any blood work or any testing, diagnostic testing that your doctor's done? And they send me, go, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. They say that, my doctor did the blood work and said everything looks great. And then when I get it and I look at it and I go, not so
Not so
great.
much.
Not
Yeah.
so great. No, no, you're pre-diabetic. I'm looking at your glucose levels.
Hmm.
No, and looking at your H1C. No, you're pre-diabetic, so that's not a good thing. Or you've
Yeah.
got some type of gallbladder problem or liver problem that is going unnoticed by the physicians because they're looking at the broad spectrum of, this is this is normal and this is, this is low and this is
This is the
high.
range, and you're
And
not
this is the
out.
range, and you're kind of in that range, right? And it's like, but that's not where the body functions at. I look at where the body functions at.
Mhm. Nice.
So it's kind of goes into the that but my freebie that I'm giving away is that seven gut brain the signals your doctor's missing because I go through that and give you an understanding of why it is the doctors are missing it and looking at it from my perspective in terms of this is how the body functions.
And just to for everybody that's watching, this is something that you can get for free from Dr. Patricia right now. So the link is going to be below the video. Just go ahead and sign up for that. Well worth your time and effort and all of that. So tell us a little bit more about it. I did the plug. You tell us a little more about it.
So in it, it's we're going to give you you're going to discover kind of the seven warning signs that your body
Uh-huh.
is out of sync. That there's something wrong. Excuse me. People have brain fog, bloat, burnout. Any type of symptom that you're having. This
Hmm.
kind of give you an understanding of why you're having it. Those ups and downs with your energy levels. And the thing is that your doctor's not seeing those things like I will look at them because I'm looking at them as this symptom is there's a cause of what's causing that. So, let's dig deeper and figure it out. And I have this framework that I use, and it's called harmony.
Oh,
And so
nice.
it, yeah, because the body, I want it to be in harmony. So
Yeah.
with it, it's healing the gut-brain axis that we talked about earlier, aligning the hormones so that you're naturally, aligning them. You're going to regulate your stress because stress is what causes so many other problems in the endocrine system with that cortisol spike, and it hits
Hmm.
the gut and everything else. Metabolic reset
Hmm.
so that we get your mitochondrial working right. Um, Optimize your drainage pathways, which are, like your lymph and you getting rid of things correctly through your gut
Right?
and nourishing, the foods that we're eating. And it also goes together also with, not only what we're eating, but how we're eating. It's really
Hmm.
important that we learn how to eat properly, and most people don't. And then your personal plan.
Awesome. Awesome. So everybody, go get your plan. Go sign up.
Yes, and on top of that, what if I have something that's coming up I'm doing a little special New Year's
Hmm.
for. It's a 5 day creating healthy habits challenge, and so
Mm.
for 5 days, I'm going to it's based a quick 15-minute video of how to create healthy habits for starting from your morning till your evening and sleep. So that'll be, nice little things to set you up so that, you know, one of the big things I hear all the time is for New Year's is like, hey, I've been wanting to lose this extra weight. Well, by February, we start in January, by
It's like,
February, we fall apart, right? Well,
yep.
that's because we haven't gotten into healthy habits.
Yeah.
So let's learn how to do healthy habits so that it brings us throughout the whole year. Something that you learn and becomes part of you so that you don't think
It
about it. It
sticks. Yeah, it
sticks
just sticks.
exactly. And and they're gentle reminder. It's not a boot camp. It's so
Yeah.
it's an
Yeah,
easy
because
thing
nobody
to
needs
do.
more of that either. So,
So
yeah.
I'll be sending out if you sign up for my seven gut brain, that will be also emails that to kind of talk about
Hmm.
the next step with the challenge.
And just a question with that. So if somebody's watching this after New Year's, is this something that you do periodically or something that they'll be able to get later
Yeah,
on
if
if they're
they
interested?
exactly. So it'll be an evergreen.
Hmm.
So I have a site where I, host my courses, and it'll be there.
Because I think so many people sign up for things, like you said, everybody, we're all like, yes, I can do this in January. And then come February, it's like, but then, we start getting closer to summer again, and then it pops back up. It's like, oh, I do want to, you know, lose the weight, or I do want to, and sometimes we have more bandwidth at a different point in the year than the
Right.
older years,
And this isn't just for losing weight. I mean, it's
but
to
yeah.
get your energy back, to,
Hmm.
have proper sleep, wake up so that you're, have the energy. You get a good night's sleep, and some things during, how do I put a lunch together that's going to carry me through the day so I don't get those drops at 2 to 3 p.m. That's it's more than that. But, you sign up for my freebie here, and you'll learn more about it in some emails.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, thanks so much for spending a few minutes chatting with me and telling us a little bit more about what you do, because it's so needed by so many
Well,
people.
thank you
Um,
so much for having me. It's always, like I say, I enjoy talking with you, and I get excited about what I do. So
we can tell, and that's good. So everybody, go ahead, get, the links below the video. Make sure you take advantage of that, and we will see you on the next one. Bye.
bye bye.